He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates in law.
Roommates in law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
Back in Bleecker St Studios.
Live from New York City.
Holy
it's Saturday
crap.
night.
How's it feel?
Why did this start recording them? It doesn't matter. Feels good being back here. But well, before we do that, we're not even roommates.
Not even brothers-in-law.
But we are good friends.
Good friends.
Drinking a couple glasses of sake.
Why not?
You know, you're really on board with sake, and I really couldn't care less about it.
I don't. Why on earth would I care about that? See, I'm not like a whiskey guy.
Where someone's
That,
like, oh, you just haven't had the
like,
right.
Oh, but
whiskey.
you should like it because it makes me interesting. I don't care. If you don't like sake, that's all Gucci with
You
me,
should like it
Tomas.
because my dad was mean to me when I was a kid.
No, it's like a single barrel malt that you haven't had yet.
Aged.
That's why you don't like
Used to be
it.
a red wine barrel. That's where it gets a little bit of that fruit after.
And you're like, you just read that on the bottle.
Yeah.
You read that on the bottle.
You got.
This
by
is.
that.
I know you're attempting to
marketing.
find a personality, but let's not do it through whiskey.
I don't like that. I feel like you're kind of applying this to me.
Hey, you came after me first, Tom.
I did.
You can't push me into a corner.
I really
I'm
thought
going to
you-
swing for no
I
reason.
thought we were gonna debate over sake, and instead you were like, "I'm taking no offense to it, and here's something I
However.
don't like about you."
No, man, I'm totally cool about it. How about this shit, Tom? No, I think it's a very enjoyable beverage.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. It's very sippable.
And you haven't had the right kind yet.
Right, exactly. I just went to Korean barbecue on Saturday. Had a lot of soju, which is similar to sake.
Now, what in the hell is soju?
It's got to be this. It tastes the same
Korean rice
as
wine?
sake. Yeah, I think it is rice wine.
Not mad at that.
About 20%. Is that about the same?
About 15.
Okay, yeah. And I think I'm still hungover. That was
It'll get you
2 days ago.
loose. It'll get you loose.
Well, and you're drinking beer
With
as
it.
well.
Was it hot?
No,
Okay, good.
no.
Hot
Is that a thing?
sake, no good.
I don't know that it was cold though. I think it was just room temp.
Okay.
But we were taking it like shots though.
Yeah, that's kind of a hot sake situation.
Hmm.
Which I don't know. That's like, because that's kind of like but that'll get you nice and.
I don't know what you mean by.
I think it's like.
Fuck, that was such a bad whistle.
Yeah, let's try that again.
What the fuck?
Come on.
Why is it? I
what-
can whistle.
Wet the lips a little bit. There we go.
Oh, I think it was. I was going too close to the mic. So it was
so it just
getting
sounded
air.
way more airy.
I was like, did I forget how to
and I was
whistle?
like, this is bad. This is not good.
Oh, what a hot start to this pod. We're really.
Are you push out when you whistle?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother sucks in.
I mean that is
Isn't
not
that just
sustainable.
bizarre?
Yeah. You run out of room way
Well, yeah,
quicker.
you can't really get a whistle out.
No. Yeah, that sucks.
No,
Sorry,
you gotta push
Dan?
out. Dan's the dad.
Oh.
Steve is the bro.
Steve
Full
O.
sucker inner when he's whistling.
Steve, stop sucking.
I know you gotta blow.
Start blowing. No suck, all blow.
All blow. That's what we do here at the Roommates in Law Pod.
Yeah, back in New York, it's good to be. This was interesting. On the way over here on the subway, I get off. First of all, I was early.
Which I don't know if people know this.
No,
Tom, we've been doing this podcast. I think this is our 67th podcast.
It is.
You have been early, not once,
Not even early. I've been on time maybe twice.
maybe twice.
And when I'm on time, you're like, "What the fuck? You're not even dressed yet." You're like, "What?"
I'm still in the shower, and I'm like, I have my timer. I'm like, I got 30 minutes left.
I have been late to almost everything I've been a part of my entire life, which is an issue, and it's very rude. But I want people to know it's not them. It's me.
What is it? What is happening though? Because there is a thing where it's like, because sometimes when I'm late and I look back on it, I'm like, that was just some of the worst time management
That's what
of
it is.
my life.
Always. My time management in general is terrible.
But like when you're not missing flights, are you?
No, but I'm getting.
You're not
there-
late to shows,
I'm
are
getting
you?
there right at the last minute.
You late to a show?
Yeah,
You're late to a show.
I've been late to shows.
So they're
Not
going
like big shows.
Well, actually,
so now the ones that I am late to, I clearly think you're a piece of shit.
Well, you did almost miss the entire stage for Roy Wood.
Yeah, you saved my career that day.
That was wild.
Actually, nothing has come out of that. So
No. Yeah, he was like, thanks for doing this, guys. I'm done doing stand-up for about 2 years.
Good luck in New York,
I
though.
was like, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been late to everything. But I'm walking out of the subway. There's these cops in the subway station. Mm-hmm. Hot cop. Like
Dude cop? Girl cop?
Girl cop first. I noticed first.
Spanish?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like not like hot for a cop.
Like hot
this is
for a
bona
person.
fide hot woman. And I was kind of like,
well, here's the thing about
taken
those
aback.
uniforms. They're pretty form-fitting.
Yes, dude. And she's got,
So it's like, you're like, oh, you have like a dump truck.
Dude, she's fucking stacked. And I'm like, I'm walking out. I'm like, this looks like a porn set.
Yeah, it's like a Lil Wayne video.
And then I turn, so I'm enamored by this woman, and we're kind of staring at each other. She probably saw me just like full googly eyes.
She's like, should I charge this guy
like
with
a
something?
cartoon, like,
Wow.
And I'm walking towards her, and then I noticed the guy cop standing next to her, also an absolute piece.
The hell's going on?
And they're just happen to be stationed together in the DeKalb stop.
So bizarre. They had to have requested that.
It looks like a PR move.
Yeah. Like they had to have been like, we want to team up together because we're hot,
having sex,
and
also.
we want to fuck while we're getting paid by the state.
It was like mind blowing.
Because like, how many times out in the real world have you been matched up with a hot person by chance?
As your coworker?
As in anything.
Like if you're the hottest
you ever
person,
sat
you
next
get
to
the
somebody
other
hot on a plane?
It's crazy.
You ever been next to like got teamed up in school and you're like, oh shit, I got teamed up with a piece.
Yeah.
Never happens.
No.
There's no way this just happened.
That's true. They requested, or there's a photographer somewhere,
Right?
And
yeah.
NYPD was
and they're
like,
doing
go
hardcore
take
recruitment.
pictures of those two.
And so wait, the dude, he was also hot for real life, not hot for cop.
Yeah, less hot. I mean, she was like a
Hot for
9.
cop's a good name.
Yeah, hot for cop. Yeah. And by the way, here at Roommates Line, we do we say fuck the police, and sometimes that means literally.
Literally. Sometimes we will have intercourse with the police.
I would love to have sex with this police officer. Shout out Lil Wayne, Mrs. Officer.
I mean,
wee.
Okay, so what do we? Okay, so she's got a tush.
Like a whole body.
What are we looking at in the boob area?
Like a C to D.
Okay, this is not a police
it was
officer.
Crazy, dude.
This is not. They flew this woman in from Miami. This is a stripper.
I mean, she has to be. I mean, now it's taking a turn where I'm like, well, a woman can't possibly be hot and be a cop. But my thought was more like, what happened in your life that you became a cop?
A cop.
Like her dad had to have been like in the mob or something.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm not taking that
I'm
route.
going to the.
But okay, here's another cue for you. Was she one of those where it's like she's naturally beautiful, or was she like done up with like?
No, she was naturally beautiful.
Okay, so she didn't have like a ton of makeup on.
No, hair in a tight ponytail pulled back.
Oh,
like,
man.
She's not like overdoing it. She's just
kind of perfect.
She's just a beautiful woman.
You know,
I think
here's
I
the thing.
fell in love with a police officer.
Sometimes
today.
in New York City, you do walk by one of the most beautiful creatures you've ever seen in your life,
and they're like,
and that's
selling
man
halals.
or women.
Yeah.
I've seen a guy on the train where I'm like, you don't even look like the same species as the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like something else is going on with you. This is
How
wild.
is New York not beating the shit out of you?
I know, and I kind of wanted to be like, "What's your life like?" Like I almost like, "Hey, take your AirPods out."
I got a question.
What was today like for you?
Like, do you just get treated really nice?
Because you're looking at this guy and you're going, "Oh, he's got me beat in every category. He's taller than I am. He's in better shape than I am. His face is perfect. His hair is," and you're going, "This kind of is sucking for me."
It just you take everyone else's attribute. Oh. Unplugged my headphones. Everyone else's attributes and just immediately make it about you.
Of course, yeah. I'm like, this guy is ruining my entire
sucks
day
for me, right?
But then
now.
I'm also wondering, I'm like, what are you doing this far in Brooklyn?
Yeah, you're a Manhattan. You're an Upper West Side.
Come
guy.
on, all you got to do is go walk around. Somebody will snatch you up.
You're gonna get a baby mama.
Not
a baby mama.
Literally
Sugar
anything.
mama.
Somebody's just gonna wave you in to a really nice building and be like, "You live
can
here.
live
now.
here.
Yeah. This is where you live."
You live with me now. Your own bit. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, but
Anyways,
sometimes
yeah,
they're walking around here in New York.
Hot for cop. That was fun to see.
I'm glad
It
you
really
snapped
blew my
out of
mind.
it.
Yeah.
She caught you looking though.
She smiled back at me. I was
Oh,
legitimately staring at her. The
I
whole
mean,
walk
that
towards
has to happen all day
She
long.
knows.
Shit's probably why she became a cop. She's like, I need to be able to carry a gun at all times because these dudes out here are getting fucking
They
aggressive.
suck.
Dude, I told you these women in Houston, there are some beautiful Houston women running around. I had the similar situation with the CVS lady. I was buying 6 Heinekens, and a Stone Cold 10 approaches from the back.
Like working there.
Yes. CVS thing on and everything.
That's another person you want to be like, how did you end up here?
Well, see, like because she was a little more done up.
Okay.
But it was a similar situation where I'm like, I mean, you're a head to toe kind of a stunner. What are you doing? It's $8.50 an hour. What are you doing?
Oh God,
But maybe she's one of those girls that's like, I'm not gonna. I don't know.
get a better job.
No, I feel like because no, it was gonna go down a path that
Okay.
it just there are options available to
You
her.
can marry rich.
Marry rich or
Oh, you were going the prostitute route.
not even that.
Stripper.
Maybe
Bottle girl.
something.
All right. Yeah.
You know, and she could go there and make some real coin.
Yeah, I mean, I think women could do anything.
Oh,
So,
God.
I just want that.
Hey,
to
look,
be
I
clear.
agree. I'm with this woman.
No, you said
She said, fuck that. I'm going to earn an honest living.
no, and you said you should be a whore.
No. Oh, so sex workers are whores to you, Tom?
No, but that's you had
Damn,
whore
you just stepped in it this time,
Nah,
my
it's
friend.
fine. I edit the podcast, so I'll fix it.
You're going to leave in all this shit that I say.
It's just gonna be you saying strippers are whores.
You just like AI generate my voice over your words. Or I was like, God, this dude Tim is a fucking dick.
Man, this is a really tough look from Tim. Oh man, but yeah, it's good to be back here. Yeah, I gotta stop taking these red eye flights, dude. It fucks up my whole day.
Oh, for sure. Well, you can't get that time back to
I got on a flight at 11 p.m. last night.
And it's weird because like you get off the flight at 11 p.m. somehow too.
Yeah,
And you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
and it's just bad. I mean, went to Atlanta, had a delay in Atlanta, and then you're like, do I get a coffee? And because I can't fall asleep during this delay because I don't want to miss the connection.
Yeah, no.
Then do I get a coffee? And then I'm not sleeping on the plane.
What was the delay looking like? Were you in no man's land? Hour and a half?
It was about 2.
Brutal.
Really terrible time.
That's the worst of all time. Because if you sit too long, it's nap time.
I mean, I was getting really close to nap time. And it was
Let's go.
that's reusing your riff from earlier today.
I really got a kick out of that.
Nap time is fun. But yeah, I'm just sitting there like I look like a crazy person.
Well, because you got your eyes really wide because you're like, I'm not falling asleep.
And I just slept for 2.5 hours on the first flight.
I'll never understand that.
And then so it was bad. And then I got here, took a 4-hour nap. My whole day has been nothing.
Well, hey, you're not gonna catch me mad at a nap.
No, I love
anytime.
it. I know. We were texting, and eventually I was just like, I'm napping.
And I was like, oh, why didn't you say that earlier? Like no one's keeping
horizontal.
me up from a nap.
No, it was time.
Tom, I went to a concert here in New York City. I went to the Beacon Theater. You seen
Very
this?
famous.
You heard of this?
Yeah. I would love to. We got to figure out who books that.
Good theater. Kind of a beautiful thing.
Okay.
Kind of amazing. So I went, I did this thing, I was doing a real yes man situation. Are you familiar with yes man?
I love it. I try to adopt that into my life.
So I get a text, hey, somebody dropped
Really
out.
aggressive. Hey,
That's how it came off. Hey, Tim.
Tim, look over here.
So and here's why I kind of thought maybe I should go, because I was in the tub trying to get some writing done.
Right.
And I got the phone down and I say no phone.
Yeah.
And even if it lights up, I'm like,
Not today.
not today. It's bit time.
Not right now. I'm riffing.
And for some reason, none of the bits were coming. So I said, let's just see what I'm going on here. Text, hey, someone just dropped out. We got an extra ticket. You want to come? It's in an hour and a half. I said, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah,
Let's go. Washed my ass.
It's the right call.
Got out.
Yeah.
They said, here's who we're going to see. Had no clue who it was. Got my sweet buns onto the train. Made my way over to the Beacon. Okay?
Okay.
So I get there alone. Here's a little something for your ass, Tom. These people are very strict. They wouldn't serve me beer because my ID expired on my birthday. And they're going, can't do it.
And
I'm going, what are you out of your fucking mind?
you're like, look at me. I mean, gray ages you faster than balding.
And I was like, actually, this is a good point. Let me call my friend Tom real quick.
If I was bald, would you serve me?
And they were like, absolutely, because we know you need it. It was like, but I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, but come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What?
And he goes, look, I know, I just can't. Like, we just can't serve somebody with an expired ID. And I'm like, that stinks. And I'm trying to like charm him a little bit. And this guy next to me is like hit me on the arm. Like, can you believe this? Like, he's almost being like, look how bad you look. And they won't even serve you. Yeah. And so, and I'm like,
he's like, I mean, you're 53.
Well, that's what he goes. I mean, what are you, 38? And I was like, no, it's a little younger than that. And he's like, oh shit, okay. So then I walk off because I couldn't get my drink. And then, like, him and his buddies stopped me, and they're like, so, what happened? And I'm like, nah, no drinks. And they're like, no drinks? And they were like, no
Why
drinks.
did they offer to buy you one?
Because they're fucking idiots. I don't know.
They're just being mean to you. They're
being
just kind of like playground bullying.
Because I think they could tell I was alone, so they were like, it's like the antelope that lost the fucking herd. So
yeah.
all the lions show up,
cornered you,
eat my fat ass.
Just ate your ass out.
I hated it so much, but eventually I'm making my way around. I'm like, I will not be denied. So I went to another place, got denied. Went to another place, got denied. Went to the third place, found the weak link.
They didn't check the expiration.
Oh, he checked it, and then he looked up at me, and I was staring at him right in the face.
I had a knife to his throat, and that seemed to have helped.
And he said, that'll be $13.50. And I said, yeah, it will be.
Never been so happy to buy a $13 beer.
I know. It's finally like justice for me. A $13 Bud Light.
Yum.
So going to this concert, seats are fun. This was it was the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Hard to describe. Before I go into this guy, very talented musicians. They're like very super talented studio musicians. They spend enough time with these instruments. I don't want to take that away from them, but corny, Tom.
Yeah.
Corny.
Like just like overly. I'm thinking a lot of like hair whips.
It was a lot of that. It was like if Glee tried to be a jam band, is what it felt like.
It sounds horrible.
Like the 80s kind of high tops
Is this
with
like yacht rock ish?
I don't even know if I know what yacht rock is.
If I'm being honest, I don't know if I do either.
Oh shit!
I think it's like Billy Joel and like
man, Billy Joel is yacht rock.
I think so. Maybe I'm way off here.
I was about to say I feel like he'd be really bummed about that.
Yacht rock is like I think it's like 80s and 90s like hair rock. Maybe that's a different thing. I don't know.
Yacht rock songs. I keep forgetting. Sail on Sailor, Kiss on My List.
This is come on. Fuck.
Broadside movie that said a comedy started with soft rock.
What's considered yacht rock? It's late 70s, early 80s. All right. I think it's like
I mean, we're getting nothing
this
out of
stinks.
this.
All right. Anyways, they were jam bandy.
If Steely Dan is yacht rock?
Yeah, like yacht rock isn't bad.
Well, then, no, these guys were not yacht rock.
Okay. Yeah, Steely Dan kind of sealed the
Steely
deal.
Dan,
For you.
they kind of slap. But these guys, they were good at their instrument. It was just the corniness level. I mean, at one point, the guy was crip walking on stage.
Oh.
Like, I don't even know what that was supposed to be.
He's white?
He was an Asian man. I believe he was half Asian, half white.
Okay. It's a little better.
I guess.
He was full white. Crip walking is really
But it
bad.
was like, but this is what I couldn't stop thinking about is he sold out this theater. There's 2,600 people in there. I was the only person in there, like, in my head, I was like, should I boo?
You thought about booing.
Should I boo this man?
Wow.
Should I throw my
you were having a bad time.
Should I throw my shoe at this man?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was, the mushrooms kicked in and then everything's great. But,
yeah.
it was so weird to me because I'm like, I have such a visceral dislike for what this guy is doing. But there's 2,600 other people that are like pooping their pants for this guy,
like,
which was
Tim
kind
is
of
wrong.
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of beautiful that way.
That's what I'm like. You know what?
Found a niche.
They like what he's up to. They're really into it. They bought their tickets. They're having the time of their lives.
Yeah.
I might commit a violent crime.
But it's not going to be a group effort.
No. I'd be the only one for
You're
sure.
going to be a solo hero.
If I bum rushed the stage, I'd have gotten the shit kicked out of me by about 3,700 theater kids.
Everyone, they were all theater kid energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fun. I would have been right there. I probably would have loved this guy.
He was working. He was doing his thing. He was really putting on a show.
I
It just,
like some really corny music.
it was not for me.
Okay.
But I did like what you said. It was kind of a beautiful thing to be like, in this room right now, I am wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah, you're statistically
Everyone
proven wrong.
Yes, loves this fucking guy and are so pumped to
What's
be
his
here.
name?
Great question. It was something Chong. Corey Chang.
Corey Chang. Well, all right. We'll edit that out.
Damn it. Corey Chang, yeah.
All right. Well, wait.
No, it
didn't
wasn't.
didn't something kind of cool happen there though?
Yeah.
Didn't you get recognized?
Oh, I did get a little DM. A guy hit me up. He's a podhead.
He's a roommate. We've never called them podheads.
Oh yeah, I was like, that didn't feel right. He's a roommate. He was like, is that a Tim Smith sighting out in the world? And I was like, you better believe it is.
Fun.
And for a second, I was like, it's kind of cool that I'm getting lumped in with like the cool music guy because I don't even know who this is. And then he started, and I was like, I fucking hate this guy.
Shit. Hey, whoever recognized him, no, you didn't. He wasn't there.
Don't tell a soul I was there. I stood up a few times. I tried to get it going. I just had to sit back down.
Yeah. Did this person say hi in person or just a DM?
DM.
See, okay. How do you feel about that?
I'm tossing 2 thumbs up at that.
Okay, but here's the thing, because it happened to me somewhat recently at like the Hollywood Improv. I was just hanging out there in the front area, and I got a DM like, "Hey, I think I saw you at the Hollywood Improv. Big fan of your stuff. Would love to see a show sometime." And I'm like, this doesn't happen to us at a rate that saying something in person would be annoying. It's cool.
Yeah, but I was on mushrooms.
That's true. Okay, that's much different.
So your boy may have had a little panic attack. I don't know if I'd have been Mr. Charmer.
All right, that's fair.
Also, my thing is like I'm ready to like chit and chat like after a show.
Yeah.
But like if I'm out in the world,
yeah,
I don't know what you're gonna get.
You might just get like get lost.
And somebody like, hey man, I listened to the pod. I'm like, God, it's okay.
I'm with my friends right now.
How are you doing? Yeah, it's a good pod. You should listen. I don't know what would come out, but so I guess in that scenario, I would say our boy nailed it.
All right, that's fair.
I'm giving that a 10 out of 10.
Okay, good job. What was his name?
I don't know.
All right, well, good job.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I want you to come say something if you see us. I want you to say, especially in that context. I wasn't even booked at that club, but I was with a bunch of comics. That would have been sick.
They'd have probably thought you staged it.
Yeah, it could have looked really cheesy.
Could have looked tough.
They're like, didn't this guy just move here too?
Come on,
He's
Jesus
doing this
Christ,
stuff.
Tom.
I hadn't seen something like that in years.
You're already fucking stacking the fucking audience.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
No, it's fine. I don't know if it's I don't know. All that stuff just makes me nervous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not good at. I mean, like the one time it happened in the airport, I was so much more excited than she was. It was so embarrassing.
I think if they had been like, "Oh, dude, are you Tim?" I'd have been like, "Yeah."
Why? Wait, yeah, my ID's expired. What of it?
Yeah, I like get really nervous that they're coming after me for the Bud Light. Like, are you Tim? I'm like, no.
No. I already finished the Bud Light too. Just throw and just
chug it real fast. Run the other direction.
No,
it was for a friend of mine. I don't know. I liked. No. Okay. Yeah, it was good.
All right.
I just think it was like that's how I would try to interact with somebody. Like on the plane. Remember, I saw a big comic on the plane. I didn't say shit to him.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been bad to say, "Hey, big fan."
Yeah, probably not.
No. That's you just say big fan, keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Although I have seen a lot of famous people in LA have not said one thing to anyone.
Why on earth would you?
Yeah. No.
But that almost feels like you shouldn't in LA.
Yeah, because it's like that's where you see
like where they
people.
are. Yeah.
That's
but if you saw them in like Detroit,
sure,
or God knows where,
fucking Detroit,
that's like a shit town.
Shit town.
No, but if you like see them outside of their they're supposed to be in LA.
Yeah.
It's like if you're on a lineup with a big comedian, and you're like, oh, dude.
yeah, it's
oh,
really
shit.
good to see you.
This is crazy. Like, yeah, this is my job. This is
We
where I
are
work.
working together. We're coworkers.
You're like, oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll talk to you
me
if
too.
I see you in Detroit.
I'll save this one from Royal Oak, Michigan. Oh man,
Royal Oak, boy, decent town.
I had a fun bomb in the wild story.
Lay it on me. You bombed in the wild?
No, witnessed one. In the, I'd like that you would have enjoyed it way more.
Oh well, of course.
If it was me.
Of course, that's way more fun.
We're in the airport and in security and there's a guy. You know, he's one of the TSA agents. Agent is a generous term. Once again, he's got saggy pants.
Sure.
One of the weakest butt lines.
Just no
belt lines
ass.
I've ever
No
seen.
ass at all.
Zero ass.
You know what's weird when you think about those asses? Their ass crack is about 4 inches.
And it's like somehow you can see the crack,
Like
but no butt though.
That's the whole crack.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, where does the poop come out?
It's like their hole must be just like actually directly
Yes.
in the middle.
Or it's like
underneath them.
Are you pooping out the smallest poops? Because there's not enough ass
You got a little like gooch
to
poop
get
hole.
the poop out.
Yeah.
It's a very off-putting ass. Like you've seen a really old person's like naked, where they have like the
yeah.
big tummy, and then the ass is completely concave, and you just kind of wonder what the poop situation is there.
It's got to be just going
Just
when it comes out. Oh man, so this guy had the weakest ass. I do love my sister randomly sent me just a picture of a TSA agent with no ass.
Love that.
She goes, couldn't stop thinking about it.
They never
all
have-
gut, no butt.
all gut, no butt. I think that's a part of the application process.
Stand up, turn around. Way too big of a donk.
Yeah, they're like, give us a little spin, and no, that's actually an appropriate sized ass. Why don't you get the hell out of here?
Why don't you go be a cop?
Yeah, who do you think you are? You work at J.C. Penney? It's the TSA.
No asses only.
Gremlins only at the TSA.
Oh man, so this guy is he's riffing and raffing and it's like 6 a.m.
Okay,
And
well,
he's like throwing some lines out there. He's trying to be funny.
I was about to say, I'm not mad at that.
He's trying to be funny. I have no hate for it. I'm getting a kick out of it. And he gets it's a really packed security line. And he's going, no shoes. You don't need to take your shoes off. No need to take the shoes off unless the shoes beep, in which case you got some weird ass shoes. And it like gets a big pop.
Nah, man,
You just
there we
don't
go.
expect I think he said ass.
Ass.
Weird ass.
He shouldn't have said that.
And and it got a big laugh. And then he gets greedy.
Oh no, his
And
chest
he-
bumped up a little
Dude,
bit. Shit.
He's like loving it. And that gets kind of a laugh. And he's like, yeah, because if you go through and you beep, then we gotta.
No.
Then you got. Then we'll figure it out if you beep. It was like full spiral. He thought he had another line.
Well, the thing is he kind of did riff the first line.
Yeah, and he
thought,
popped.
well, let me just stay down this little path.
Let me dip my cup back into that well one more time.
No.
And it was so fun to see because I knew exactly what it was one of those times like you ever have a premise that's like sitting in your head and then eventually it comes out on stage and that's when you realize
I
you're
have
right.
nothing
I
else
didn't
for
write
this.
a punchline
Yeah,
for this.
I got nothing.
It's exactly what it was. He's like, he set it up so well and he had everyone's attention. He goes, because if you go through and you beep, then you gotta. Well, then will you come back? We'll figure it out.
Did he keep the same volume of his voice, or did he try to taper off?
By the time he got to "we'll figure it out," it was almost a whisper.
Oh,
And that's what all I wrote in my phone was "we'll figure it out" because it was a devastating line.
I mean, look, that ruined that entire man's day. He went up to his assless boss and said, "I got to take my no ass home."
Listen, I got to take my lack of buns home, and I got to take a nap.
I think that's the way they get promoted there. It's like the top guy up there literally hasn't taken a dump in 20 years
He hasn't been
because he just
poops out of
has
his
no
penis.
asshole. Yeah.
It's like he takes off his pants and it's literally you just see the back of his dick. Hey, how is this even anatomically
What is
possible?
that? That's just all dick and balls right there.
Ding, 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 ding. Taking balls quota has been hit.
I'm telling you, I like how you were oogling and ogling that poor police officer. That's what I do to TSA agents, but I'm just trying to see how little of an ass they have.
Oh man, you're getting walked away in handcuffs.
I'm like, how tight you pulling that belt?
No ass.
No, look, he's got no ass.
None of them.
Look at
If
his
you
belt.
Look around, there's something going on here, everyone. No one else has their eyes open except for me.
They really don't have one. It's incredible. I do feel for that man because, look, if you're not on stage into a microphone, how often do you get a real pop?
Yeah, no, never.
Never.
Not from like a crowd. And you never have, I mean, it was set up like he's behind the little thing. It's like he's got a stage. He's behind the little thing. He's commanding the room. Everyone's kind of can't go anywhere because the line wasn't moving.
I really hate this for this man because if he would have just had a little showmanship, you take the pop and you keep it moving.
And you say, all right, people, keep it moving. You
recycle the pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, he could have got 5-6 more hits out of that thing.
He's doing a new show every 3 minutes.
I mean, if he's not like, maybe
Working
he
on
was
it.
doing new.
I hope that was new, and then he was trying to riff, but what he's got to do though is we got to talk to these people and educate them. I say, hey, out of those 2 minutes, there was 40 seconds where you had it.
Solid.
So keep that 40.
Keep that 40. Get rid of that other minute 20.
Cut the fat, and then build on that 40.
You just build on that. So, like, just stay on that premise. You already have them on that. They already like you.
You'll have an hour in no time, dude. Air Marshal blows my head off.
Blows your head right off.
I did want to, like, throw a line out there. I was tempted.
You're not. Your headphones aren't in. Oh, they're already in the bin.
Yeah, they're already in. Oh, I do. I usually will have a jacket, and what I do is I take my watch, my wallet, my phone, my headphones, and my keys if I have them in my pocket. I put all those in my zipper pockets in my jacket.
And then he just jackets off into the thing.
Jackets in the thing. Now I don't really have to worry about.
You know what? I know you've never seen Up in the Air, but I think you would appreciate.
I've never seen it.
His efficiency going through the TSA. He has a whole system.
Who is it?
George Clooney.
Oh yeah, I was singing "Catch Me If You Can."
No, that's Hanks.
Yeah, and Leah. Yeah.
Hey, how was Red Light, Green Light?
Red Show, Blue Show.
Red Show, Blue Show.
It was great. It was awesome.
Solid.
We did 2 shows again. Obviously, that's the whole premise of the show. But we did them both inside this time, so we had to clear out like our whole house. It was very, very fun.
Secret light.
It went well. We still did a bonfire in the backyard, and it was raining, torrential rain in L.A.
Ruh-roh.
Dude, L.A. really shuts down in the rain. It's so lame.
Well, isn't L.A. the kind of place where when it starts raining, everybody goes, we really needed this rain?
Yeah, a lot of drought talk.
Yeah.
But then also, it's full on like, it was raining all day Friday. I think it was the 3rd wettest day in California history, so it was raining a lot.
Wait till I get there.
But yes, man, how did I not bust that out on Friday? Come on.
That's right there, Tom.
It's the wettest day in California history. That is, aside from the day I moved here. This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's fun.
That's very fun. Good job, Tim.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, it was, people just freak out. A million people texting, emailing, asking for if the show's going to get canceled. It's raining.
Right, sure.
It's raining.
It's the South when it's cold.
Yeah. Show's inside.
Does it really not rain that often?
No, it doesn't, and you can tell because the streets flood. It's crazy.
Hey, so here's a cue. Is it illegal to keep water? Aren't you not allowed to collect water?
Like from the sky?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you're not allowed to like put a bucket out and catch the water that's coming off the roof and keep it for your little
Is that a thing?
your little doings of your own. I think
Little
so, right?
rainwater thing? I don't know. I mean, people do that places. I don't know about LA.
I thought that was like illegal in California because water was not so plentiful.
Oh, so it's like let it go back to the earth.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, we fucking don't get greedy.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm taking long showers.
You better, Tom. I was
yeah.
going to say L.A., the land of don't be greedy.
yeah, exactly. Everyone's walking around LA just, how could I help the common
Yeah, it's
good?
a pretty crunchy part of this part of the country.
Everyone's really looking out for each other out there. That's one of the coolest things about moving there. Everyone wants to help you succeed.
Everyone's just trying to help you out.
And they don't undermine you.
Let's see. So you had some heat on red light, green light.
Yeah, Red Show, Blue Show. Blue
Red
Show
Show-
was
Red Show, Blue
Blue
Show.
Show won. Blue Show was the hottest show I've ever done in my life. It was one of those shows where I'm doing new premises. It's kind of what we just talked about. I'm doing like new shit that I'm like, that's not good enough for what you just gave it.
You're like, I'm not going to take that anywhere, but I'm happy it's working here.
Yeah, it was
How
like,
about that?
That was really fun for me to get to, because the problem is we have the same audience every time. People love the show.
Right.
So they come back. So every time I got to do new.
Love
which
that.
is fun. But then it's like, I'm like, well, this thing was nothing.
Yeah. and
And-
you're like, it's not even a clip, honestly.
I can't get anything out of this. But thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it.
How many
You're
people you
wrong.
cramming in there? 40?
We got 40 in one, 30 in the other.
Not mad at that.
Maybe a little more. It was standing room only. It was great.
Love
we had
that.
to turn people away. It's the hottest show.
They're like,
in
I
my
came
life.
out in the fucking rain.
Sorry. Bitch.
Sorry, bitch. Get back out in the rain.
Go collect some water. Come back with an offering.
Oh,
Yeah, it was cool. It was. You got to come out sometime when we're doing it.
I do need to come out to sweet, sweet Los Angeles.
People keep wanting to visit, and then they say like, how can you help me, basically? And I'm like, I'm kind of useless out here.
You're like, look, I'm trying to help myself.
I can barely help myself out
That's
here.
what I get these DMs about. Hey, I'm going to be in New
Oh,
York.
yeah.
Would love that. I'm like, what do you think I'm going to do? Like, look, I would.
If those show spots were open, I'd be trying
I
to
would
get them.
I would be getting those. I'm not giving them to you, shit mouth. It's great. I mean, like it took me 6 years to be able to help anyone in Chicago.
Yeah.
I've been here for 35 minutes.
They're like, hey, I'm going to be there for a week, and I'm counting on you to fill 5 out of 7 of those
And
nights.
I'm like, I don't even know 5 shows.
I have like one show that I can recommend people to in LA, like one like consistently good one, and they're gonna hate me soon.
Yeah, because they're like, please stop.
You've done the show twice, and you've sent us 38 people.
Look, anyone that's hitting us up for shows would love to help.
Would love to help if you could help me at all, though.
Yeah, but like if I could turn that around, can I get a show from you when I visit Mobile, Alabama?
I do a thing. I mean, it's my fault too, but on the road, I'll meet a lot of comics in other cities.
And you hit him with the classic.
Yeah.
Hit him with the classic.
Let me know if you're ever in LA, man.
Yeah, man, I'd love to
And
help
then
you
it's like less than 8 minutes later, I get a DM from them.
Well, they're already looking at flights.
And they're like, well, that guy Tommy said he'd help me.
Oh well, I mean he's pretty plugged in.
So yeah, I guess I'm going to. I might move there. Actually.
I think he's doing Red Show, Blue Show.
Yeah, that's at least once every few months. Seems like they haven't really gotten it down on a good schedule yet. But
I mean, fuck that. But I mean, that's I don't know. That's what you got to do, right? You got to say, hey, I'm in your town.
well, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. I also, like when they're like, yeah, I was thinking about visiting LA. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, don't hit me up. I can't help.
Oh, nice, dude. Well, don't ever look me up when you're there.
Look me up.
Honestly, if you see me on the street, cross the street
Head the other way.
because I'll slap you right in the mouth.
Unless you're a hot lady cop.
Unless
I
you
can't
are
stop
carrying
thinking
a
about this
9mm pistol and some heavy duty fucking nightsticks.
And an absolute dump truck of an
Also,
ass.
an opposite of the TSA ass. That woman would.
TSAS?
Yeah.
What does TSA stand for?
That is the no clue.
Do I? It's got to be transportation.
We're looking it up.
Travel, security,
Administration.
assless.
I started one of those things where right when you said it, I was like, oh, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'll start my sentence.
I could just start it and then my brain will catch it.
and then it'll figure itself out. Let's see. TSA.
Transportation Security Agency.
It is the transportation. Oh, boy, you were close. The Transportation Security Administration.
That's why they say TSA agents. They couldn't say agency agents.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't make sense that they call them agents. Now you're checking Twitter also. You are poisoned.
I really am. It's gross. I have our good friend Tucker Brookshire has this app on his Instagram that doesn't allow him to open it very often.
Same.
And I was like, dude, that's pretty fucking sick. And he goes, yeah, it's pretty good, but like I still have TikTok.
He's just opening a different app.
He's just on TikTok instead of Instagram.
I have the same app. Tucker turned me onto it, and I used it for a while, and boy, did it help. And now it's been off for 3 weeks, and I'm fully addicted again.
It is
All it does,
wildly
it doesn't make you
addictive.
not open it. It just it makes you. It tells you how many times you've tried to open it in the last 24 hours, and then it says, "Do you still want to do it?" It's so demeaning.
I need that though.
Yeah, it's great.
I had to delete FanDuel because of that. Because sometimes when you log in, they go, What did they say? They're like, "Is everything all right?"
Really?
It's like a no. It says reality check.
Whoa, it's a wellness check.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I'm not mad at. But like when I have an active bet going on, yeah, I'm gonna check it a lot.
Oh man, you're getting into gambling.
You know,
It's a weird phase in your life.
I don't know what's going on in my life, Tom. I mean, I'm not gambling any sort of sum of money that matters.
No, it seems like you're placing $10 bets.
$10 bets on. I would need Michael Jordan to unretire in the middle of a White Sox game for these parlays to hit. Like, but if he does unretire, I will win $3.7 million.
Yeah, you'll retire.
Like, I bet just the most insane parlays. But brother, when they hit,
I got into that phase for a little bit.
it's fun. I think it's a phase everybody goes through. I think it's like a cigar phase.
Oh yeah,
It's like a sports gambling phase. It's a wanting to have fuck the police phase.
I'm just getting
and
into
you're
that
kind of
phase.
right in the thick of that
and
one.
it's fun. I
kind of want to just go hang around DeKalb.
Dude, I can't wait to get back on the train. I'm gonna be looking everywhere for this hot couple. I'm just gonna ask them if they fuck and if they've ever filmed it.
They have fucked.
Maybe they keep the body cams on.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, and
Kind of a new
fucking.
Pornhub category.
Absolutely, body cam.
Body cam porn
Yeah, and it's two hot Brooklyn cops.
at the DeKalb stop.
That'd be a good VR one.
Damn, I
And
just
really
can't
get into
believe
it.
because every cop I've ever seen is a bit of a gremlin.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of hot cops. That's why I haven't stopped
It's a lot of
about
it's
her.
a lot of buzz cuts and or fully shaved bald heads.
Yeah.
Pretty overweight.
Yeah, what happened? Why are there so many fat cops?
I think it's you go there, you get some power. It's kind of like, because like when you're a cop, you're kind of a cop for life, right?
I guess.
So I feel like it's kind of like getting married.
Oh, you start letting yourself go.
You start letting yourself
come in
go.
hot cop.
You come
Or
in shape,
You come in keeping it tight.
But
you
don't they
get to
have-
get through the police academy.
but don't they have any sort of like continuing ed?
It doesn't seem like it. Like a doctor always has to like retake the boards.
Retake them, like keep doing classes.
Yeah.
Pretty much for every profession, there's continuing
What,
ed.
a cop doesn't have to do pull-ups anymore.
Cop just is
after
like,
2
oh, you
years?
weigh 390 now.
Perfect.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, you're walking a beat.
Will you go chase that guy down?
No, he's right out there. Go
Yeah,
get him.
your heart will explode. I guess that's how they get him off the force.
The stereotypes of cops when we were kids were so much more playful than they are now.
Yeah, what were they?
Donuts.
Donuts.
It was mostly donuts.
It was donuts and coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
The cops just ate donuts and drank coffee.
And now it's like they'll kill you for no reason at all.
Yeah. Turns out they were doing that back then, too. They just had better PR and cell phones didn't exist.
Cell phones did not exist.
Yeah.
And they could really tell some lies. They could spin a yarn, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I tell you what, though. I don't want to be a cop.
Yeah, dude.
Sounds horrible.
You said that like my whole thing was maybe I want to be a cop.
No, I mean, like, I'm not, but like, they do get shit on a lot. They do horrific things pretty often, but I don't want to have that fucking job.
Oh, yeah. Same with like a priest.
I don't want to do that. I don't understand.
Just trying to think of it.
I just don't
equally
understand
terrible.
volunteering for any of those kinds of jobs.
It's like there's so many other jobs.
Like, that are just way cooler.
Yeah.
That, like, you don't have to, like, worry about.
You're
When I log onto the computer in the morning, Lizzie's not like, I hope nobody physically assaults him today.
Yeah, and like there isn't a built-in population that just fucking hates you.
Hates you.
Yeah.
Visceral hate.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
No.
I'm in my little boxers.
No one's mad at a sales guy.
Nobody's mad at me. Well,
What? Actually, the people you're calling sometimes are.
they're not thrilled.
I used to get some of the meanest people on the phone.
Really? I always kind of get a kick out of that.
Oh, one time, yeah, same. Because it's like you can't ruin my day. I'm
I'm
this is
untouchable.
clearly upsetting you way more than me.
I'm like, sir, you don't even understand. I'm in my underwear.
Yeah, my day cannot be ruined.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
chugging a glass of milk right now. I mean, it's a latte, but wait. Speaking of your little latte, we got to touch on your latte situation.
Ruh-roh.
Are you still drinking the lattes?
No, I'm since we've had our conversation, not that it was like I'm making a change. I've just only had black coffee.
Okay. I mean, I think that's got to be the move. But my mom and I were at this coffee shop, and they had the like cappuccinos, everything like laid out. The latte, it said 10 ounces of milk, 2 espresso shots. 10 ounces of milk. That's over a cup of milk.
Yeah, it's literally. I mean, do you see it
It's a
before
glass of milk.
before they dump it in? I try to like ignore it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. That's
I don't know that I fully understood that it was mostly milk.
milk. It's not even mostly milk. It's milk.
It is all milk.
It's coffee flavored milk.
Somebody dropped some coffee in a glass.
It's
of
really
milk.
crazy. And I don't know why this isn't like you know how like a mocha is like kind of looked down on?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, you just
Oh, you're
want
getting
hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Lattes should be looked down on.
You just want a cup of warm milk.
You just want milk.
Yeah. What are you, a cat?
What are you, a fucking
Warm
feline?
milk? Come on. I'm not feeling
Here's your latte. Here's your ball of yarn. Get out.
Get the fuck out of here. I gave it to you in a bowl also.
I think the only respectable beverage from now on for me at the coffee shop got to be an Americano.
I go cold brew and I go black coffee.
See, but I also don't have like a large palate at the coffee place.
Right.
So like I'm not even 100% sure what a cold brew is.
It's
Is it just coffee?
no, well it's brewed cold. Which is kind of in the name. Iced coffee is like coffee
Just cold.
poured over ice.
Right.
Cold brew is actually like it's steeped in cold water overnight.
Oh.
I think it
And what's
brings out more of it's stronger. Cold brew is stronger than an iced coffee.
Okay.
And it tastes better. I don't know why.
Stronger? A little more zip?
Yeah, a little zip to it.
You know
They
what's
can
funny?
Be really bad sometimes.
It's not funny,
Okay.
but it's interesting. It's not very interesting either.
All right. Well, I'm dying to hear it.
But a hot coffee that goes cold is like disgusting.
It's one of the grossest things.
But if you just order the coffee cold,
Well,
now you're cooking.
But at the same time, a cold brew that warms down to not super cold,
No good.
also gross. So it's got to be on one end of the spectrum.
Interesting.
We can't be living in no man's land.
Okay. So if I walked in there and I wanted what you just said, I say I'll have a cold brew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that. But I get so nervous sometimes.
I
I think that's why I've stuck with the latte for so long.
Dude, being nervous at a coffee shop, I think that's a very relatable experience.
Because you're like, I'm a little out of my element here.
And we've talked about before, sometimes baristas are mean, and even if they're not mean, they have a cool vibe that's kind of like, hey, I know a lot more about indie music than you, and
Yeah, like I am cooler than you.
Yeah,
And
you're gonna
like,
say something
"Yeah,
that
I know."
embarrasses yourself.
Also, have you been to Variety down here on Wyckoff here in the great city
No.
of Bushwick? I mean, everyone in there is pretty hip.
Okay.
Pretty hip.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the guy in there, complaining about the techno music.
For context, Tim keeps calling his neighbor's music techno. It's EDM. but
It is the same music.
I know. I don't know what the difference is between those genres, but I just know it's not techno.
So what's the difference between techno, EDM, and house?
Ooh, house and EDM are
Those are brother and sister.
yeah. Techno
But
is like an
techno's
uncle.
the uncle.
I think.
Okay. I was about to say, maybe
Yeah.
techno's the father.
Maybe a grandfather.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to age you like that. Threw a whole extra generation in there for no reason.
For no reason at all, really.
But if it's an uncle, it's an old uncle. It was like maybe they had him.
It's like
when
that
he was
way
18.
older brother. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, he's an uncle. He's kind of more like a grandfather. But
I don't know. We got these neighbors downstairs that decide to play loud EDM for roughly 15 minutes at a time.
yeah,
I don't know what
heard
to
it
make
right
of
when I
these
got
people's
here.
lives.
It's very interesting.
They started at 8 this morning.
So they're getting ready for work with EDM,
That's what it seems like,
which
yeah.
is not
Wild.
something I can relate to.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're just absolutely housing some cold brew,
Yeah,
toss it on the EDM.
and they're fired up, ready to make some cold calls.
They're on the train, going into the Hatton.
Yeah, the old hat. Is that what
Hat.
you're calling it?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's tight.
I'm always coming up with fun little names.
I took some heat for calling a screwdriver a screwy the other day.
Don't ever accept that heat.
So now I think I'm gonna call it a driver.
That's way worse.
Really?
A driver? No.
At the Delta Lounge, I'm pulling up and I
Dude,
go, "Can I
because
get
a screwy is fun.
I'm also not saying it to a bartender.
No,
I'm
you
not
should,
a douche.
You should never.
Yeah.
Also, you should never order a screwdriver from a bartender. They always kind of give you a weird look.
Oh, I think it's fine. Airport screwdriver is fine.
Sure.
Basically, any drink is fine in the airport.
I've ordered a couple of screws and they're like, screwdriver?
Oh, that's all I'm doing in the Delta Lounge.
And they're like, oh, they're kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Orange juice.
I'm kind of not fucking
I
around.
actually did have a bartender confirm. She goes, is it just orange juice and vodka? She said it kind of like, is that really what you want?
They're kind of like, does it deserve a fun name?
Yeah. It is kind of ridiculous that it got a cool name.
Does it deserve a cocktail name?
Yeah.
Because you could just say OJ and vodka, but that does sound like a full alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, because it's like you're ordering an orange juice, but you're like, you gotta put some booze.
Yeah, it's like putting whiskey in your coffee.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, I'm
That's
trying
true.
to get
It's
ready
the
for
exact
the
same
day.
thing.
It is the exact same
if
vibe.
that had a cool name, can I get a jackhammer?
Yeah.
It's just whiskey and coffee.
I tell you what, Tom, I think we may have just invented a new drink.
There's no way a jackhammer isn't a drink.
I'm going to order that at a place, and then when they look at me like I'm crazy, I'm going to be like, you don't know what a jackhammer is?
Jesus Christ.
Interesting.
Bartenders used to be bartenders.
Okay, well, let me spell this out for you, shit mouth.
He's like, and your ID's expired. Please
I'm
leave.
like, oh, right, sorry. I couldn't believe it. These guys, I'm like, just give me, it's a
Give
Bud
me a
Light.
Light. It's so embarrassing. You're like, I'm missing half the show that I don't even want to be
Yeah, I'm like,
at.
you don't even understand. I'm about to see something I hate, and I don't even know that.
And I don't have a beer in my hand.
I really couldn't make sense of all of these people. I was very interested to find out, how did you all find this man?
The internet.
Is it the internet? Oh,
don't know.
here's a couldn't believe he did this. End of the concert, before the encore, he does like a Q&A. So the lights come up, he like pulls up chairs and has like a backdrop. It felt like they do like a post-game conference.
Oh, it's not like crowd work.
No, it was like he was like surrounded by everyone. He was like doing it like it was like a post-game conference. It felt really like improv groupy.
I mean, this whole experience sounded just so high school theater.
I'm telling you, it was really...
I mean, Glee. You nailed it with Glee.
really lame.
That's what that is.
So this guy, they're all wearing letter jackets because, of course, they all have to match because that's cool. And a guy goes, hey, where can I get that letter jacket? And he was like, hey, how about you buy an instrument? Spend about 70,000 hours learning that instrument. Put whatever you do on the internet and blow my mind. And then maybe I'll hire you to be in my band. And you want to know what the audience did?
Went nuts.
Uproarious applause.
That
People
should have been
couldn't believe how
full
cool this
boo.
guy was. I know. That's what I'm saying. I almost booed.
You're looking around for tomatoes.
I almost threw my shoe.
Yeah.
I was so pissed at how lame that was. And everybody was like, yeah. Because these are all musicians.
All fans and they're all
musicians. And they're
like,
saying,
yeah,
I've spent time with my instrument.
I don't think I deserve a letter jacket yet, but I want one day.
And then he obviously had a plant. He had a kid in the audience that he brought on stage to play a song.
Did the kid rip?
No. So maybe he wasn't a plant, honestly.
Maybe not then.
Because I was kind of expecting the kid to get up there and be like, yeah, I'm cool as shit. And then it's like, but he was like obviously very nervous. And I think
He like kind of sucked.
well, I think he just like kind of played one chord and like,
Okay.
la la. So maybe it wasn't a plant, but
It's like, well, my friend in high school. Do you know the band Avenged Sevenfold?
I know Bensfold 5.
Oh wow, I love Ben Folds 5.
That's kind of a very similar name.
Avenged Sevenfold.
Bensfold 5?
It's Ben Folds, not Ben's Fold.
Isn't it Bensfold 5?
You're putting the S on the wrong word.
Ben Folds 5.
Yeah, his name is Ben Folds.
Oh, okay. I thought
Wow,
it was
the
like
more I
a
say Ben Folds, I'm like, I don't think that is.
I thought it was
his
like a Ruth's Chris situation.
no, passersby. No, this is Ben Folds 5, but no, the band is Avenged Sevenfold. They're you're like, I'm not seeing how that's a different word.
It's blowing my mind.
They're like heavy metal.
Okay.
But my friend in high school was like a really good guitarist, and he won some competition to go on stage with them. But they did it like a plant in the audience, and I kind of hated it.
So how did they do it? There was like, you young man,
Like, get
are
up
you
here.
good at the
They're
guitar?
They're like, do you know? They named one of their songs. Like, do you know it? And he's like, yeah. But he like did sound check with them like 6 hours ago.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And so he gets up there and he shreds the guitar solo. Like he was a world class guitarist.
Uh-huh.
He's so good.
What's he up to now?
I think he's like selling insurance or something.
I mean, fuck.
He went to Berkeley in Massachusetts. Huge music school.
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then,
I don't know.
well, that sucks.
I don't know what happened.
So he's just like that random guy that can pull out a guitar and just ruin a party for everybody. 'Cause everybody's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like we played in a band together for one like talent show. And he was like, and I was on keys, and he's the guitarist, and he was showing me how to play everything on the piano.
He was like, look, so we're just going to leave your keyboard unplugged, and then we're just going to kind
Just
of
look
let me
great, though.
do it.
Yeah.
You just, I don't know, dance around a little
Do
bit.
whatever you want.
Put this leather jacket on.
We're going to be matching. But and he got up there to, like, you know, probably nowadays, like, I don't know, maybe Instagram wasn't as big then, and it definitely wasn't.
That's what I said,
Nowadays,
when
it's
you were
like,
in
that's a
middle school?
clip. I mean,
It's Clip City.
You're going viral.
Well, and he's also like kind of getting picked up. You see all these kids
It's
that
like fake.
are like these ripper drummers.
Yeah.
And now they're like on stage with Dave Grohl all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't know. Maybe that's like a peak too early situation.
He's junior in high school.
Because then what do? You played on stage with Dave Grohl, and now you got to go back to being in your middle school marching band? You're like, this blows. I was getting pussy 2 weeks ago.
I was on the tour bus with Dave doing lines.
Absolutely hounding pussy 2 weeks ago.
It's just trying to explain it to the vice principal in detention. You don't understand.
You ever gotten Dave Grohl level pussy?
You ever gotten blown in a
Mr.
tour bus
Fontaine?
bathroom,
Yeah.
Mr. Fontaine? Let me tell you about this tour bus. They have bunks. They have sex bunks and sleeping bunks.
And Coke bunks.
He's a 7th grader.
He's like, this is the coolest fucking 7th grader I've ever met in my life. But I mean, really, that's like you get up on stage with, I don't know, who's your favorite? You're a Mulaney guy, right?
Yeah.
You got up on stage with Mulaney when you were 7.
Yeah, I did.
You got to do Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
You did 10 stuff that he wrote, but it was killing.
It was good. Yeah, I was doing his stuff.
and you were killing for 2,600 people. And what are you gonna go back and hit an open mic?
Yeah, and you're not going to go back to writing your own stuff.
Hell no.
It's way more fun doing Mulaney.
Of course it is. So you're gonna go back and hit the mics and bomb?
Yeah, no chance.
You hang it up.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I think we can basically wrap up.
What are we at? We have 57 minutes.
Yeah, and I gotta go find this lady cop and ask her if she wants to spend the rest of her life with me.
You need to drop a couple of $100 on the ground and be like, "Oh, oops, drop my spare change on the ground."
Yeah. You see that?
You ever seen money like that?
Just blows onto the train track.
No.
Oh, fuck! That was rent.
Shit. I
That was
can't
my
actually. I
entire
can't. I
rent.
couldn't afford that
Do you
move.
have like $1,400?
She's like, "Oh, actually, yeah, we just confiscated it from a drug dealer the other day." I'm a corrupt police officer, by the way.
And I also have sex for money.
I work at a CVS in Houston. If you didn't know that.
Oh man.
Bit of a
yeah.
Renaissance woman.
All right. Well,
Tom,
let's see.
you're
This
in.
comes
We
out
gotta- we
Thursday.
gotta-
I'm in Cincinnati this weekend.
We got to rip a few more live pods.
Yeah.
Ooh, and we got to film a little sketch.
Yeah, we have a fun one. Filming it Wednesday. Yeah. Where are you gonna be?
I'm in New York City for all of March.
New York.
Bouncing around, ratting around. And then April, where am I? I'm in D.C., I'm in Richmond, I'm in another city, and then back in Chicago.
You guys got Alex Castaigne in Richmond working with you?
The one and only.
Really?
I have no idea.
Oh, he's like the king of Richmond comedy.
Oh, well,
He's
then hell
he's
yeah.
an awesome kid. He's a DC comic too, but Richmond's close.
Oh, I know this guy. This is the Brit.
No.
This is the Australian.
No.
This is the Jamaican.
I think he's from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
That's
I'm
fun.
thinking of Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah,
No.
you're thinking of Simon in Columbus.
Yeah, oopsies.
All right. Well, just Cincy and so Cincinnati tonight. If you know anyone in Cincinnati, please send them my way. Tickets are looking light. And I'm headlining Go Bananas tonight, and then Minneapolis next weekend. Sisyphus.
Sissy.
Sell those bad boys out, and then Zany's Chicago.
Bingo bango. I don't know if any of the old Cincinnati crew listens to the pod, but
Yeah, you got some old Cincinnati.
I mean,
ties.
come on. I spent years there. Go see the young man.
Come on.
Enjoy a comedy night for once.
Let's
I could
have
probably
some
name
fun.
them all by name. I only had like 8 friends.
Damn. Should we
All right,
put
guys,
In the
that's it.
Arms of an Angel and just list them?
They're not dead.
Yeah, well, they're dead to me.
They're dead to me,
If
too.
they don't come on Thursday. All right.
Share the pod. Like the pod. We love you.
He married my sister, now we're living together.